But I see you doing it, man. Like, you have constant things going on, bro. You're traveling around, you're getting around, you're getting these Amazon features. Like, bro, like, you're really putting Madtown on, bro. And like, like, I don't think you like, I mean, maybe you do, but I don't know if you like really realize like the impact you have locally here. Like, like you're doing things that a lot of people like aspire for, man.
No, it means a lot coming from you, as an OG in this game, and as someone that has represented Madison and Madison hip hop for over a decade. Like, I think it really started to sink in, like, recently that, like, I feel like we all have certain heights we want to hit in life, and the climb is like never ending, right? Because those goals change. Like, if I told myself, like, when I was like 14, 15 at West High School, I'd be where I'm at now, I'd be like, oh, that's more than straight, But yeah, like, I definitely took a second to realize like how grateful I am to be able to kind of like pave the way for this city, and also like do something super unique. And I feel like Madison, even though growing up I might have resented it a little, I realized I represent what Madison really is like someone who looks different, that sounds different, finding my way and becoming successful in the world. So like, I'm really grateful to have the city on my back, and to be coming home to Majestic is crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Friday, June 27th, it's going down. You got a whole local lineup coming. It's you, it's Wave Chappelle. Who else is on the lineup?
Hey, we got Ish, we got Fred Really, Blue Jacket, Uchi Kente, 2 for 1, Off the Ave. Yeah, I'm bringing the whole city out.
Oh, you're bringing the whole city out, bro.
Spell Red. And, I admit, like, I missed a lot, too, which is the craziest part. But the truth is, like, I'm coming home to do this show because, like, there's no openers. Like, everyone's going to come out on my set. I'm like, let's put us all on one stage, as official as the Majestic. And then, like, and I'm hoping that this goes really well, and they allow me to do it again and again and again, and we can just keep putting different people on a Live Nation venue, which is honestly the most prestigious in this country. So, like, yeah, that's the dream, man.
Bro, I mean, honestly, like, and FPC Live is really fully in on this show. Like, I've worked hundreds of shows with them locally, and just to see like how excited Majestic is, how excited FPC Live is. How engaged that they are with this they're well more engaged with this show locally over their national acts. You know what I mean? Like, this is really bringing excitement into Madison.
Oh yeah, and that means a lot because, like, to be honest, like, being a touring artist myself and having played a lot of soft tickets and a lot of hard tickets, like, I know how hard it is to sell, and for these promoters and venues to even just get in the green and not be in the red, So to see them actually like care about it and try to push it, it makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing by coming back and doing it with them. And shout out Kyle and Wave and Ish for having me on this. And like, I'm just really, I've always had a dream of like being able to put like a lot of the city's hardest workers on like a major kind of stage. And yeah, it's an honor. I'm super excited.
Man, it's going to be a dope show. You had a lot leading up to this moment. You have a lot coming after this moment. You just dropped some new music, some summertime vibes. I really like this record, man. And you put a lot into the treatment. Like, you always do. But by no surprise, the visuals, bro, stunning.
Appreciate it, big dog. And the crazy thing is, like, me and my little bro Sinbad, like, all the artists are in different cities, so I run it. Gunned it. That video is off a pocket camera and my phone. Like, we just really like finessed it. Yeah,
I like that scene where you got like the claw machines. That whole like, man, we need something like that here in Madtown. You know what I mean? Like, that whole vibe was dope.
Nah, for sure. Like, you know what it is? Like, I realized like there's two ways you can go about a video, and it's either doing something extremely produced or breathtaking or viral, or it can just be vibes. I feel like this video is essentially like a lifestyle vlog, going to different places with different artists, and like that was cool. And got to shoot some of it in Madtown too, so that was dope.
Hell yeah. So where did this record come from? I mean, I know you and Payne vibe a lot, but I mean, you got 2 or 3 other artists on here, man. How you put this together?
I ain't gonna lie, I recorded this hook in like 2022.
That's how it goes though, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it is. So you get in and you do like 4 or 5 hooks, you do like 4 or 5 melodies, you write some stuff, it gets shelved, and then, the time presents itself to pull it back out.
Yeah, not for sure. And then like this song, like every summer since 2022, I thought about pulling the trigger. I just never did. And then each year I collected a different feature. And then, I got Cha-Cha's first. I got Justin second. And then this year I was going to Minnesota to kick off my year show I did in Minneapolis. So I hit up Chen Zhang, who's based out there. And I was like, I think you would sound crazy on this record. He's making a lot of noise in the Mo community. And I've always wanted to, as an Asian American, I put a Korean American artist, a Filipino, half Filipino, half Black artist, and a Hmong artist all on the same song. Like, it's all about unity. So, it was really cool to be able to put it together, and to see it doing numbers like this already, it makes me feel really good. Like I did a cool little A&R play almost,
Didn't you do like 20 million views on the opening day? Like, what is something just crazy astronomical?
Bro, like I think I just touched like 100 million streams couple weeks ago on my catalog, and it just really motivated me to go even crazier. So like, yeah, I'm about to turn it up on them, man.
You've been rolling out records like this really consistently, and I'm not saying this by accident. It's very intentionally. Like you spent years developing your rollout and working with people that roll out records. What would you say to other Madison artists? As like this is advice that Ted Park would give you to roll out your albums, because like you do something so unique, bro, and I mean it might be simple, it might be complex, but it gets results, it gets attention, and that's what everybody else missing.
think people like the idea of consistency is very flawed. Like it took me a long time to like build this fan base that comes out to shows and supports and buys tickets and shares my stuff. Like you can't do it for a couple months, you can't do it for a year. There are a couple cases where someone pops right away, but like you saw me, bro. I was putting out music almost every week for like 10 years, bro. And like, granted, I started like really early, but you have to keep dropping, and then you have to collaborate with other artists and other markets you want to hit. That's the only way. I feel like cross collaboration and relentlessly putting out music videos, content, getting on booking smaller showcases to start, and then growing your following. It like three things have to click at the same time. It can't be one or the other. And like not everyone got it made. Like I know artists that can move 100 tickets, but they have no streams. I know artists that have viral songs doing 50,000 streams a day that can't sell 50 tickets. So like you gotta just try and put it all together. Like and like look at my catalog, man. Like I don't have a smash hit that's charting, but like I got a career and a fan base, and I can sell more tickets than a lot of people. So like, like I'm blessed for sure.
You're absolutely blessed, and I think that's absolutely like incredible advice, man. I mean, I've been trying to tell people, in essence, the same thing. I mean, if you have 100 people that really believe in you, you can do far more for your career than you're gonna do off of a label deal at this point in time. You know what I mean? Like if you're in control of that narrative and they believe in you, you're in there.
Yeah, a deal not going to break an artist, man. Money can't break an artist. Like, money can get you attention, but that's not going to give you a career. Like, I think I spent a lot less on marketing in my career than people think. A lot of my biggest moments have just happened. Like, you can't buy success unless you have really good branding. Then you're just going to waste money. And most people, like, 20K is an entry level marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
realistically, like, you can't even roll out a single, like, nationwide with $20,000, I think. Like that's like for a label, that's like the social media alone, so like you got to take money out your equation, and you got to be realistic, and you got to shoot for the stars too, obviously. But with your music and your output, it's like why would someone else listen to you over their favorite artist already? You have to give them something to believe in, and a big part of that is even just tapping in with people in person and showing love. Like like that's really what it is. Like you got to build the inhuman relationships and do all the groundwork no one wants to do. Like everyone says they want to be independent, but everyone wants to move like they got a manager. So like you got to pick a side. Like, are you going to do the work or are you not? That's really all it is. And that's coming from a place of love. Like I love our city, bro. That's why I'm even doing this show. Like I told them, like this is my plan, and like I know the run of show is going to be hella messy. I feel bad for CP Live, but I'm gonna make it work for them. But
I'm gonna make it work for you.
Yeah, no, I'm really grateful, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Growing up, bro, I've always wanted to do something like this. So like, this is like really cool for me. And like, it's crazy because like the timing of it is like my rollout ain't gonna start till July. So like to get this done, I'm so excited to like do this show and then see how things grow from here. But it's definitely like a surreal moment, man.
You're kicking off summer 2025 with a homecoming concert Friday, June 27th at the Majestic Theater. You've got Wade Chappelle and crazy. How'd you get Uchi, bro? How'd you get him to come out? He never comes out. Like I love
that guy. I think Uchi's like the most like. I think he's like the most slept on artist from Madison. You know, like he's done so much in his career, not even just with the music, but like with the visuals, and he's like a genius, man. Anything he puts his mind to, he can do it creatively. And you know, there's ups and downs, but like that's one person I really want to see win that deserves it. So like, I'm super happy he's coming out. I told him, I asked him like 10 times. I was like, bro, you coming out? You coming out?
You need to show up. You need to pull up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like solid.
He's solid, man. So you recently got to collab with Bobby Shmurda. You did a new song called Double Up that's going to be dropping here pretty quick. What was working with Bobby like, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. We shooting the video in like a week and a half. I guess it's a 93.1 exclusive, but I'm working with this company, Double Up, and we partnered with Bobby for this song, and we're doing a crazy rollout. And yeah, this is my first like non-Asian American feature who's like a legend in New York and all around the world. So like, you know, I'm super honored and I can't wait to get this video and this song out for sure.
So you going out to the East Coast to shoot that, or you having him come to you?
Come on, bro. We going to the city.
Yeah, right. I love it. New York's one of my favorite places to go. You can do so much there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you go there for like 2 weeks and it's like 6 months of work.
Yeah, you know, for sure. Because it moves so fast. And, you know, that's where I learned my hustle, bro. I thought I was working hard in Madison as a kid, which I was. But then when I went to New York and saw how people move out there, I was like, damn, like, I got to get
it's different.
For sure.
Oh, no. I learned the same way, bro. Like, I was on Shade 45 for a long time. You know, I think they wouldn't do pre-recordings, wouldn't do nothing. And you have to get out there. And, you know, you just get out there and you move around the city. Like, you're going to run into 3 or 4 celebrities a day that you didn't even know were going to be there. You know what I mean? Like, the networking is off the chain. So the things that you can create and cultivate, you know, on that time frame, like, that's going to be dope. I can't wait to see, like, what
that's right. Yeah, I appreciate it, big dog. Like, I'm privately, like, I got features with, like, after the Bobby joint, I got features with some huge West Coast artists. I'm about to start hitting every area, and this is the first time I feel like, to be honest, in my whole career, we're making a really hard push. So, like, I'm really excited.
Man,
everything's just timing, though.
Everything's
just timing.
Timing is a divine part of how this game works, man. But at the same time, like, you can adjust that timing and work on it with consistency. And one thing that you've done to really be consistent with your career is you've worked with Pain One very consistently, and you know, the two of you have put together dozens of just dope classic records, in my opinion. Like I think the work that you guys like really mesh well together when it comes to making music.
Nah, for sure. Like, you know, Payne, I learned so much from him, like, not just as a producer and as a friend, but as like a grown ass man. Like, he really, the way he like treats his music and his business and his life, ironic, like, I started being able to really make some real moves when I was like less worried about going outside. And now, like, that my life is so settled and I'm in shape and like I take care of myself, I can really be more on I'm more on point with how I do my business. And you know, I feel like presentation and execution is just as important as working hard. So like, yeah, I'm really grateful for him, to be honest. Like, that's like someone with a good conscience that has given me a non-biased opinion, and like always like positive and not overly optimistic, because yes men is a real thing too, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, and those aren't in your interest either, bro. Like, if that's all you got in your corner is yes men, like, you're gonna tank just as fast as you go up.
Nah, for sure. And like, you know, people like you and Payne, y'all have longevity in this industry, and like, you know, it's so ironic how, like, I say, like, you know, I left Madison really early, and like 18, and like, I will attribute a good chunk of my success to that, because I explored and I took a risk. But I think it was less about leaving. It was more about me willing to get extremely uncomfortable and live like crap until things worked out. Like, I feel like as an artist, you got to apply that pressure to make the best art you can. But I realized, like, with the internet and social media, you can break out of Madison now, but are you willing to get uncomfortable even in your own hometown, whether it's traveling to like do stuff or like spend all the money from your paycheck, other than your living expenses, to invest into one project and roll out. It's really, a lot of things have to go right, but I want to show people in the city that you can do it. That's,
I mean,
really, I want to start like tapping in.
Bro, I think you should, definitely take a moment, because you've already done that. You know what I mean? Like you're doing that already. You know what I mean? Like somebody on the outside looking in. You know what I mean? Like you haven't just been featured, on Amazon once. Like almost every time you drop a single, you're up on, bro. Like you get the type of features that the dope boys can't pay for. That you're just earning the right things. You know what I mean? Like the opportunities that can't be bought are coming your way, and that means something to the city. If nobody else is going to say it, it means something to me.
I appreciate that, big dog. Yeah, and you know what it is too. Like I understand too. Like like I know, like I'm really grateful, because I know there are a lot of people that give me their flowers in our city, and it means a lot. But even to the people that don't, like, it's fine. Like it's like like my stuff, my music might not be like a cup of tea, everyone's cup of tea. Like that's totally fine. But at the end of the day, though, like I'm always proud to like rap it. That's why every interview, every media look I get, every press thing, I always say that this is where I'm from, regardless of my nationality, where I live, where so I'm grateful to be able to get major label kind of press looks without spending $1. Like that's love for sure.
And that, man, it means something to us in the community here to see you, in that spot. You've been probably one of the only artists that 93.1 has been able to put into regular rotation. Your Dance Like Jay Park, bro, like that was like really doing some good things. And you don't just have like a sound, like you have a variety in the catalog. You know what I mean? It's like you've got something for every bit of the lane.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like that fun, bro. Like I don't, I feel like there's some artists that are just extremely amazing and innovative at one thing, and that's what a superstar is. But I think for me, like I'm just pretty good at a bunch of things, and I like to have fun and throw stuff at the wall and have a good time, experiment with my art. So, I'm cool with doing that. Always,
bro. It's awesome to watch your journey and watch this come and blow up for you. And I hope that it just continues to go down this path, because you're doing the right things. You've made the right sacrifices, and I'm hoping that Friday, June 27th, the whole city comes out and supports the movement, man. You and Wave Chappelle, Ish, the whole crew, Uchi. You're gonna have everybody out. They're all doing good things in the city, but it's about Ted coming home. And bro, you've been putting on for the 608, so we need to put on for you and sell out the Majestic.
Nah, I appreciate you, big bro. I'm, regardless of like wherever the journey goes from here, like I'm just really excited to be able to bring it home to Majestic and like put our whole city on one stage. I hope that this is the beginning of opening more doors for Madison hip hop.
Oh, absolutely, man. You know what I mean? We just got to keep pushing, putting opportunities out there. What I really like about this is that you're coming home, right? But there's no opening act. You're bringing everybody out with you. Everybody's equal. Everybody is represented. It's hip hop. It's Madison. It's Ted. Like, bro, thank you for doing that.
No, of course, brother. Like, and it's just like very surreal. Like, even like one of the performers, G Styles, like, I went to high school with her. Like, it's cool. Like, I feel like I have some sort of relationship with everyone on this bill, and that's what this is all about. Like, friends and family. And like I said, like, thank you FCP Live for believing in this event too, because like, our artists from home like very rarely get to touch a stage like this, and I never thought I would get to either. So this is really cool. We're gonna make the best of it, of this opportunity for sure.
And bro, it's not the small opening credit. You know what I mean? It's the headline. Like it's the park. It's Madison. It's the Majestic Theater. It's Friday, June 27th. It's gonna be an amazing vibe. I can't wait to see what y'all do, man. I wish I could be there, but I'm gonna at least try to pull up out front and show some love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100. I appreciate you, big bro, and I can't wait to tap in with you when I pull up to town.